because you said you hadn't really seen that sort of performance defensively coming, had you, in the build-up to it?
No, not really, because since I've come in, we've been defensively excellent. We've conceded 3 goals in 5 games, or we had prior to that, and then to concede 4 in 4 minutes effectively was a little bit out of character for us and out of the blue. And maybe that was my naivety, or maybe it just was a blip on the day. But realistically, they scored from not far off every chance they had up until then, and disappointing. I was disappointed because I felt we took a little bit of a step forward in possession and then 2 steps back out of it. So that's disappointing, really.
You just mentioned afterwards that there's no sort of knee-jerk reactions to a result like that. It's carry on what you were doing before.
Yeah, I mean, there's no point having knee-jerk reactions to everything, because you're going to have setbacks. We know we're going to have setbacks. We bounced back very well, I felt, after the Notts County game, even though it was a far tighter game than the Notts County game, and we felt we actually played quite well in the game. But we have to get to a level of performance where we know what we're going to get from players. It can't be the massive sort of differences in the level of performance. We can't have that. We need an equilibrium in what we do, and then the small margins will mean we win a game, or we win a game by more than that, or we narrowly lose a game, or we draw a game. You know, but we can't have what we had last week. That can't happen in this football club.
The development game on Tuesday against FC Bournemouth. Just how important was that for the players who haven't played much and people you might not have seen in action so far?
Yeah, it was important to get a minute into certain players. We got a lot who hadn't played. I was able to see 1 or 2. Obviously, it was a difficult game, it was a difficult pitch, and to play on. But it was good for them to get minutes, because when they are called upon, you know, they'll be a little bit more ready, if you like.
Players like Dan Potts and Mark O'Brien, I think both played. I mean, you hadn't maybe got to see them so far, players. So do they come out of it quite well?
Well, I obviously know them, and I've seen them play before, but I haven't seen them play for Luton since I've been here. So that's been a frustrating thing. So we couldn't have gauged what they've been like in the Luton shirt. So it was good to see them, and they benefited from the experience of having that 90 minutes against quite a fluent Bournemouth side. I know a Bournemouth player, I know Stephen coaches and stuff. So it was a good run up for them, and I said they'd be better for the experience.
A lot of the youngsters involved in the under-18s, is that something that going forward you'd like to see them playing in these kind of games, to sort of play with the first team and get to know how it goes as well?
Well, that's what the games are for, I think. I think obviously in the past, because of the size of the squad, it's been majority of pros playing, because when you have 27 pros, you'll be able to field more than 2 teams. But no, with moving forward, when the squad will be streamlined, those are the type of games that we have a mixture of those, and those really doing well in the 18s and the development squad will be pushed, because there needs to be a pathway for them. If they haven't got a pathway, then it gets clogged.
And Tyreek Beckinson was with the sort of the travelling squad at least on Saturday and played his part doing that. I mean, how important is that the under-18s can come and do that now with the first team?
Well, those who do well, as I said, if we want to create a pathway for them. It's a massive process in terms of creating a football club and having a way about us and an ethos of what we want to do. So there has to be that pathway. Those who do well will get on that path and hopefully end up in the first team. Tyreek's one of those. There's a few more that, as I said, Frankie played with us, and others that have been close to travelling. And as long as they continue to do well, then they'll get opportunities.